So Sindhu getting us started. That's going to be right on the line. What impressed me particularly about similar tactics into this one?
Yeah, I think over the years, if we were to describe Sindhu's strengths and weaknesses, it would be quite simple. She's got a devastating attack. She's a tall player. Well, what happened there?
Under there, I think.
Right, it was hard to see from that angle.
It's actually a 9-inch height differential. 5'10" Sindhu, 5'1" Okuhara. That was...
on the line.
Errors rather than winners.
Just looking at Okuhara's tournaments over the last 12 months or so, Open, All England, you know, these are big events, and she's not going to any of the smaller events. So whether the federation still have faith that she can get the job done, or perhaps she's earned the right
Evaluation at some point. That's more like it.
Still flying high. That's terrific.
To try and dominate early here.
I find it interesting though, that was nice from Okuhara. And by the end, it was almost a carbon copy of every rally was the same. She just couldn't get to the winner that hit the floor. That's not what we're seeing here so far today.
Well, that was the other thing. She was renowned and won the World Championship back in 2017.
Yeah, that was that epic final, these two players.
That was on the line. The Indian, that's a lovely shot. Even with her reach, Sindhu's never going to do anything with that. Just about got to it, but... missed that.
Yeah, just wide. Sindhu looks like the aggressor today for me, and if she can keep the shuttle in court for that reason, I like what I'm seeing. I expect her to do well here. There you go.
Just the error count though, isn't it? She makes that one. With this narrow lead, has looked probably the more aggressive, or definitely the more aggressive, but it's been a high error count, both women. That's going to go wide.
He always has. And she means business here. There's got to be something as well in no matter what the circumstances are.
That was coming up 2 years ago. Probably doesn't mean a great deal.
Well, this is the Okuhara of old.
And this is exactly what I'm saying about Sindhu. You know, she played.
Sindhu had a chance to apply more pressure there and refused it. That's well in.
Club in England playing those colours. Another error from the Indian.
Nice play from Sindhu. There was a little bit of...
Well, that
just asked for the mop to come out. No, I don't...
Which looks like going down to the Y here.
Good shot from Sindhu. Oh, that was a poor shot.
Well,
match where Okuhara kept making a mess. So you're right, she's just really settled down, hasn't she?
well, that was more purposeful from...
What?
Well, that's 3.
Good play from Sindhu. Oh, but she's gone long again. Half court, Okuhara. Yes, second time round she finishes.
Oh, that was...
Oh, lovely.
That'll do it. So
eyes focused back for the start of game 2. Both, I think, would agree they're in the latter stages of Okuhara, who's smiling midway through the rally.
Doubles match before that first singles clash.
Wow, that's quite some stat. I can't imagine either of them playing doubles. Oh, there's a...
Well...
Wow, what an unorthodox shot on the back line from Okuhara. Lovely shot.
It's just the angle, wasn't it?
I wondered whether we'd actually see Okuhara capitulate in this second game after narrowly losing the first, but if anything, she's working harder than ever. Yeah, win at all costs, and you know, they've both been there and done that.
Terrific shot.
That reverse slice earlier, and I don't think I can remember Okuhara hitting the floor and outplaying Sindhu all that often in the opening game. if at all. Sindhu with a similar error counts in the rear court, I would say. It's hit too many long. Yeah, well played. That's a lovely shot again. I like the variation. You'd expect Sindhu now to be looking for those shots a bit more often, covering the forecourt. Okuhara would therefore know that and perhaps look to go into the rear court a few more times with a punch clear. It's cat and mouse, as always.
Mistakes keep coming. Well, that's one of the best shots she's... So the first 3 points after the mid-game break
11.
to 6. Wow.
At the end of the first game, didn't she? Nice shot.
Oh, again.
Of Sindhu, who was forced to defend. That is.
It's good reach, that.
Yeah.
By Okuhara.
She's given away the initiative, though. She was in control of the rally at the start. Had Sindhu almost on a shoestring. Oh, that's clever. Good shot.
Few winners. It's a question of who might be able to outlast the other, I think. Great defence twice from Okuhara, but she couldn't
Of extra speed she used to have in the follow-up, Sindhu. Well, that's miles in, isn't it? I wonder if she was caught off guard by the shot, perhaps. Or not just ready for it. And again, same again.
rather than be proactive, waiting for something to happen. That's good. Oh, that might have gone wide, I think.
Yeah, deciding to take no chances.
That has gone a bit of extreme caution, but
that's a lovely shot.
Oh, that's what a... Maybe this time on her own serve, though. Oh dear, oh dear. In the first game, she couldn't convert.
Who's prepared to take the risk? Neither of them is my view. Similar position at the end of the first game. That's it, I think.
Yeah.
Okuhara fighting for her life and
said it all. He was disgusted with herself for missing that.
got to be finished. Okuhara had the chance then twice.
No,
She's gone wide.
here for Okuhara, and usually when this happens, she'll take the 1 game point, and that's wide, and it is 1-1. Well, it might be a question here of who's going to blink first in this deciding game. Been playing for 53 minutes already. Sindhu having squandered. She had chances, but let Okuhara get out of jail. Nice deception from Okuhara. Gets her on the board in the decider.
Service over. 1-2.
Technique issue. Neither woman, as we know, has been at their best, but doesn't matter. It's just about getting over the line.
Meetings have gone the distance. I honestly didn't believe that this one would today. And yet here we are, almost an hour in, with plenty left to go. Oof, Okuhara slipped then. And again. Wonderful shot. So they're going for the lines, or whether now both of them are 30-ish years of age. These longer points.
With 2 players of this much experience.
Yeah, this much caliber. Rivalry, perhaps it's the fact of all of those big finals they were in and some of the really important matches they've played. Lovely, that is lovely.
Right.
It's fascinating looking at their history. 19s, 22-20 in the third. Their first ever singles meeting, at least in terms of BWF records. And they've had the same scoreline a few times, including that one.
Nicely followed in. Oh, that was in by. That's a great shot.
The actual head-to-head record in terms of singles, with one of those meetings being in doubles. I was just looking. Oh, she's gone wide. Well, players change ends for the last time. Bitter and yet amicable rivalry. Still continuing to be a showpiece of world badminton. There's a real belief of
What a shot from Sindhu.
That is lovely. I was about to...
Yeah, opened up the court beautifully there.
It's a must-win point now for me, for Okuhara.
Service.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Sindhu's fighting back just to keep the Japanese away from her on the scoreboard. Excellent shot again.
There's a spring in the step.
Hold.
Same again.
Not quite yet, though.
Service over. 13.
Wow.
Well, she's...
Good rally. Oh.
That's long. As they say, no pictures, only numbers in the final reckoning. And 21-15.